Yo, yo, yo. Am I live? Am I live? What it do? What it do? What it do? How everybody doing? Y'all straight? So check this out.
Well, it wasn't depiction. It was me. I did first it, and I thought it was me as the doctor. And it had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, "How did they come up with that?" It's supposed to be me as a doctor, making people better, and I do make people better. I make people.
So I had to play that short clip because I'm guessing this happened yesterday. Yeah, this happened yesterday. So breaking news, right? I don't know why this is breaking news to people. It ain't breaking news to me. But this is Welcome to the Persecution Begins series. Number 2. So Trump, as once again, is in the news media. Everybody's favorite president, not mine, but everybody's favorite president. You know, I didn't vote for that bastard, but hey. But he did something that I expected it. He posted a picture saying that he was Jesus Christ. Now, people, the Pope and whoever, everybody's upset. Why would Trump do that? Trump is being a disgrace. Oh my gosh. First off, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. But people are so blind that they think people are so freaking blind that they wanna them that they think, oh my gosh, this is something new. No. I been knew this was gonna happen. I been knew. It was gonna take a matter of time. Trump keep trying to tell people. Trump has an assignment. God allowed Trump to be back in office because he's not done with Trump yet. He's not done with Trump. Trump has an assignment. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, oh my gosh. No, Trump has an assignment. Trump has an assignment, ladies and gentlemen. He has an assignment. So the things that are happening in his term, it's not a shot. It's not a shot. It's not. Because at the end of the day, is this. What God has planned for Trump is what God had planned for Trump. Whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. You could kick and scream talking about, oh, why? Why? It's not why. It's this. You can't stop what God has in store. You can't stop what God has in store. So whatever assignment that God has for Trump, I'm letting you know right now, just get ready. Just get ready. Because what Trump did, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't. Because if you think about it, y'all that voted for him, y'all treated him like he was God. So for everybody in the world that has a big uproar, the crazy thing is that's fake. Y'all have a fake uproar, fake outrage. Because y'all knew. Y'all just don't want y'all just want to turn a blind eye. Y'all see this is why I can't stand when people just be so oblivious. Act like they have amnesia. During his first term when he was running, Almost everybody in the world celebrated Trump and worshiped Trump like he was God. All of a sudden, his second term, he posted an AI photo of him as Jesus Christ. Everybody wanted to be mad. Don't be mad because y'all the ones that worship this man during his first term. The reason why y'all pissed off at this man because of the fact that he's not doing what y'all wanted him to do. He's a businessman. You think business people are loyal? No, they're not. You got some that are, but you got the rest of them that not. They cutthroat. Everybody know that. And for everybody to have amnesia, that's a shame. That's a shame. My reaction is this. I wasn't I wasn't pissed. I didn't have no fake behind outrage. Why? 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 Because at the end of the day is this. Y'all know Trump was gonna do that regardless. Trump was gonna do that regardless. He was. He was gonna do something stupid like this, but y'all, I expected. It's Trump. Keep trying to tell people. He has an assignment. God gave him an assignment. And I'm gonna keep saying this. During the second term he has, Trump gonna be forced to do something right. Watch. Trump is gonna force to do something right. He is. Whether he wants to acknowledge it or not. It's common sense. People just so oblivious because people I don't believe people's outrage no more. I've been stopped. Lemon pepper wings. Favorite wings. I've been stopped. Because at the end of the day is this. You think God didn't know it was gonna happen? Think God didn't expect it was gonna happen? God knew. For all of us was born, he knew. Trump is the wrecking ball of the White House. He's the wrecking ball of the world, of America. Things that's been hidden, things that have been hidden for decades. Guess what? Trump came in and a whole bunch of stuff started being exposed. A lot of people want this man to be impeached. You can't impeach him. You cannot impeach him if God don't allow it. I'm gonna say this again. You cannot impeach him if God don't allow it. Keep trying to tell people. You can't get mad at what God is going to do. Because whether you like it or not, this is going to be a setup for a blessing coming. Strictly you like Trump? No, I don't. Never said I did. And I don't have no hair on my tongue. But I do stand on business when I say God has an assignment for Trump, whether you guys like it or not. Oh, that Iran war. Ben told y'all. It goes back to the Bible days. Isaac and Ishmael. Jacob and Esau. Jacob I love. Esau I hate. Iran felt like a bastard child. America is quote unquote favorable. Who's Isaac? America. Who's Iran? Ishmael. People don't want to believe me, and guess what? I don't care. Do your research. But I will say this: whether you everybody like it or not, Trump Trump is not done. God is not done with Trump. Trump is just exposing how people just worship him as a false idol. What Trump is doing his second term is this. He's exposing people that worship him. He's exposing. You don't think him and God don't talk? Trump can fake the phone, but God talked to Trump. Trump talked to God behind closed doors. So Trump could do all that fake news outrage all he wants to, but Trump talked to God each and every day, each and every night. He ain't gonna tell you, but he is. He said he thought he was a doctor to people. The greatest thing is when COVID happened, I'm gonna say this again. When COVID happened, right? When COVID happened, remember how he said, in order to get rid of COVID-19, you gotta drink bleach. You know how many people drunk bleach? I guarantee you, people that believe in that nonsense have drunk bleach, thinking that that's a cure to get rid of COVID. Yeah, it is. It is. And you know what happened to them people? They in the grave. Was it worth it? No. That's all I'm saying. But people so outraged. People they be outraged, and it be fake. Keep trying to tell you, the Iran war, that was gonna happen regardless. Everybody gotta see the patterns. Republicans start war, Democrat come in, they gotta scoop the pieces. That's a pattern. Oh, he's ushering the Antichrist. And I need people to do their research. I need people to do their research. Now, I'm into with a 2-for-1. Yes, this video is titled "Are You Surprised?" Here's another thing, right? Now, I will say this. I'm gonna speak on these preachers. Oh yeah, I'm going there. I'm gonna speak on these preachers. What you mean? What you mean, strictly? I'm speak on these preachers. You got some of these preachers out here that all of a sudden now they want their congregation to give them tithes, right? Tithes. In the book of Malachi. In the book of Malachi, right? They always love to quote. And some of you guys that's born and raised in the church, or that grandma and them, whoever took them to church. Book of Malachi. Don't know what verse, but talk about this. Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. You got some of these people manipulating. They always say manipulation is a form of witchcraft, but some of them be doing it too. Some of them be doing it. They do. They do. They do. And the sad part is, right, that some of these people do it. Some of these people do it. They do. They don't do their research. They don't do their research. They think, oh, they doing it. No. You can't manipulate the congregation. The people in these churches are your flock. Judgment is coming. And when God brings judgment, especially to these churches, the person that's going to get judged first is the preacher. You can't manipulate God's word and then when they say you got to do it for God. Back then, they was talking about if you had flock, basically animals, sacrifices. You got some people that do give out their tithes because they want to be blessed. You got others do it because they want to give, right? It's the difference between giving in order to be blessed and giving because you want to. Big difference. But we in a day and age where we're going to use fear tactic to force you to do something that you don't want to. This is why you got to be careful. First, who you listen to. Second, be careful what's being said. Third, be careful. Because everybody's not clean. You got wolves in sheep's clothing. That's why if you tell people about God, you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful. Because you don't want to say anything that misconstrue God's word, and then all of a sudden you look like Willie Lump Lump, and then that person believe that word instead of doing their research, and now that person is in. You got the church industry. Pastors like our brother, Philip Anthony Mitchell, who speak the truth. He get criticized for speaking the truth. It's the difference when a preacher speak the truth and preachers that say the truth. Big difference. People that speak the truth are the ones that people respect. People that say the truth depend on if people really want to listen and do their research, right? I'm letting you know right now. People gotta wake up. People gotta wake up. And the reason why I'm including that in this series is because of this. Church people, the people that's in these congregations are being persecuted as well because of the fact that you can't force nobody to pay your tithes. You can't force nobody. And you wonder why people say, I don't want to go to church. You wonder why. Pastors like Philip Anthony Mitchell, again, he get criticized for speaking the truth. You got other pastors like the Marvin Sapps, the Jamal Bryants, Joel Osteen, Kenneth Copeland, Creflo Dollars. These other preachers. When you have somebody say that they don't want to worship God if they're broke, where in the Bible does it say you got to worship God when you have money? When it's okay to stronghold your congregation because of the fact that you don't have the requirement of tithes. And I'm neutral. So don't just think I'm calling out my people. Calling out the whites. I call it the Spanish. I call out anybody who's doing wrong. I'm neutral. It's a crying shame that people got to be misled. It's a crying shame that people got to be misled like this. I feel bad. But then again, I don't feel bad for those that still want to still be involved with that foolishness and still like getting violated. You got people. People want to say about these other industries. I know these other industries are crooked. Church industry crooked. The church industry crooked too. You can't be pimping the money. You can't be pimping your wives. I'm gonna say this again. You can't be pimping your wives. You can't be pimping the tithes and offerings. You can't. Because you pimping the tithes and offerings gonna have people A, want to come rob the church, B, want to come see you, C, both A and B. Whatever poison you want to pick. You can't do that. Church industry is worth a whole lot. Church industry is over trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars, ladies and gentlemen. But you can't be truthful because that's wrong. You calling no. You calling people out, that's wrong. Yes and no. You don't judge people. You judge them by their fruit. You don't judge them. You judge them by their fruit. It's a shame that we're in a time where people just like to get used and abused. But it's a choice if you want to get used and abused. That's why I tell people, don't believe me. Do your research. Do your own research. Find out your own self. We all grown. We all have a free will. Nobody's strong holding us on not doing research. We are not in chains and whips no more. Not physically. Because we're not doing that no more. Because wrong is wrong. We in a time where you got people in the church houses that don't like to clarify to souls out there that's yearning for that real love. Not love in relationships. I'm talking about the love of God. You got people out there that's looking for that, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. But instead of just giving them clarification, you got people will say this: God is coming back soon. Yes, He is. But we as humans, we think soon as, not knowing that His soon is different from our soon. His time is different from our time. His way of thinking is different from our way of thinking. People don't want to acknowledge that. But instead of being clear, we like to we like to say stuff, and I mean in general, not me, in general, listen, in general, like to say stuff, and then all of a sudden, that person who believe it and they don't do their research, oh, the blood is on your hands because they believe that nonsense. No. You know what I'm saying? No. We're not doing that. People think it's funny. It's not funny. It ain't funny. It's not funny. The people that become lost souls out there, all because you can't clarify. But when it comes to that money, want to clarify. You got, telling you, church industry crooked like the music industry. They're crooked. Crookedness in all industries. Entertainment, music, church, whatever. They're crookedness everywhere. But people, it's a choice if people want to acknowledge it or not. But I'm just saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm born and raised in church. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I did my last video when I was talking about Jaden Ivey. I meant what I said. It's real. It's real. You don't think persecution still don't exist? Watch. It's gonna be more. Bible talks about it. It's gonna be a time where people gonna be persecuted because of their love of Jesus. I'm paraphrasing. Because of their love for Jesus. Because they profess that Jesus is love. That Jesus is Lord. My bad. That Jesus is Lord. And they're not ashamed. And guess what? This is only the beginning. Book of Revelations talk about this. This is only the beginning of what's to come. So I'm gonna ask this question. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? Because it's gonna get real, folks. It is. Why I'm not afraid is because of this. Years prior to this year, I would just be BSing. But I know who my father is. It ain't easy. Believe me. I'm not saying it just for saying it. I'm saying this because I'm still going through that process. It's not easy. It ain't easy. It's not easy. Believe me, it is not easy. Again, I'm still going through that process, but I trust and believe in Him because He's the center. He's the center of my life. He is. He is. He is. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Strictly. I'm out. Peace. More to come for this persecution series. Persecution Begins series. More to come. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to this video. And guess what? I'm out. Whoa.